If you are planning to buy the next MacBook Pro in 2026, stop right now. Because choosing between the M5 Pro and the M5 Max might be the most expensive mistake you make this year. On paper they may look similar. Same generation, same design, same Apple branding. But in reality, the difference between these two chips could completely change your workflow, your performance, and even your wallet. Right now, Apple has not officially launched the M5 Pro and M5 Max, but leaks and industry reports are already giving us a very strong picture of what to expect. And based on Apple's previous patterns with M1, M2, M3, and M4 series, we can predict the real differences with surprising accuracy. So in this video, I'm going to break down everything: performance, GPU power, RAM limits, battery expectations, pricing strategy, and most importantly, who should actually buy which one. Let's start with the most important thing: performance architecture. If Apple follows its traditional pattern, the M5 Pro will likely feature a balanced configuration of performance cores and efficiency cores, probably somewhere around 12 to 14 CPU cores. That means strong multitasking, smooth editing performance, and excellent power efficiency. But the M5 Max is where things get serious. Based on leaks, the M5 Max could push that core count even higher, possibly increasing both performance cores and GPU cores dramatically. And that's where the real separation begins. Because here's the truth: the difference between Pro and Max is not just speed, it's scale. The M5 Pro will likely be perfect for creators who edit 4K video, run multiple apps, do coding, photo editing, and even light 3D work. It will be fast, extremely fast, probably faster than what most people even need. But the M5 Max is not designed for most people. It is designed for professionals who push machines to the limit. We are talking about heavy 3D rendering, advanced motion graphics, large-scale music production, AI model training, and 8K video workflows. And this is where many buyers make a mistake. They assume Max means better for everyone. But that's not true. Let's talk GPU. Historically, the Max version doubles or significantly increases GPU cores compared to Pro. If leaks are accurate, the M5 Max could offer a massive jump in graphics power. That means faster rendering times, smoother playback in high-resolution timelines, and stronger performance in GPU-heavy tasks like color grading and animation. But ask yourself something important. Do you actually render 8K footage daily? Do you actually use software that pushes GPU to its limit? Or do you mostly browse, edit moderate projects, and multitask? Because if you don't fully use that extra GPU power, you are paying for performance that will sit idle. Now let's talk RAM, because this is where things get interesting. The Pro models usually support lower maximum unified memory compared to Max. Leaks are correct. The M5 Pro might support up to 36 or 48 GB of unified memory, while the M5 Max could go far beyond that. And for high-end workflows like complex 3D scenes or massive video timelines, that memory headroom matters. But again, the key question is not which is stronger. The key question is which matches your workflow. Battery life is another factor people ignore. More GPU cores usually mean more power consumption. Even though Apple Silicon is incredibly efficient, the Max chips typically consume more energy under heavy loads. That means under extreme use. The M5 Pro might actually give you slightly better sustained battery performance compared to the Max version. And now we come to pricing. This is where Apple plays its smartest game. The difference between Pro and Max is usually not small. It can be hundreds of dollars, sometimes even more depending on configuration. And Apple knows exactly how to position the Max as the ultimate option. But here is something very important. With previous generations, many reviewers found that the Pro version delivered nearly 80 to 90% of the Max's real-world performance for significantly less money. That is a huge value difference. So unless your workload truly demands that extra GPU and memory ceiling, the Pro version often becomes the smarter financial choice. Now let's imagine real-world scenarios. If you are a YouTuber editing 4K videos, adding color grading, using Final Cut or Premiere, exporting regularly, the M5 Pro will likely handle that without breaking a sweat. Your timeline will be smooth, exports will be fast, multitasking will be fluid. But if you are a professional working on cinematic 8K raw footage, heavy After Effects compositions, advanced Blender rendering, or machine learning workflows, then the M5 Max starts to justify itself. There is also psychological marketing involved. When buyers see Max, they assume it is future-proof. They assume it is safer. They assume it will last longer. But longevity depends more on RAM, configuration, and your actual usage pattern than just the chip name. Another important factor is thermals. Max chips typically generate more heat under sustained loads. That means the cooling system inside the MacBook Pro works harder. Apple designs these machines brilliantly, but physics still applies. Higher sustained GPU loads equal more thermal output. If your tasks rarely push the system to extreme levels, the Pro chip may actually run cooler and quieter in daily usage. Now let's talk about future expectations. Leaks suggest Apple is focusing heavily on AI acceleration in the M5 generation. Neural engine improvements could be significant. If that's true, both Pro and Max versions will benefit from it. But again, the Max might scale those AI tasks better if it includes expanded GPU acceleration. However, for most users, the Pro version will already feel ridiculously fast. And this is something we must understand clearly. Apple Silicon has reached a level where even the lower variant is already overpowered for average users. The real difference becomes visible only under extreme workloads. So here's the honest breakdown. If you are a student, content creator, developer, or business professional who wants premium performance without overspending, the M5 Pro will likely be the sweet spot. If you are a full-time professional filmmaker, VFX artist, 3D animator, or someone working on heavy computational tasks daily, the M5 Max will give you the extra headroom that actually saves time. And in professional environments, time equals money. But if you are buying Max just for status or just to feel safe, you might be overspending. And that brings us to the final question. Should you wait? Since these chips are not officially launched yet, if you need a machine right now, waiting could delay your productivity. But if your current system works fine and you are planning a big upgrade, waiting for official benchmarks might be the smartest decision. Because leaks give direction, official numbers give certainty. So here is the final verdict based on everything we know so far. The M5 Pro will likely be the performance king for 80% of users. Balanced, powerful, efficient, and smarter in terms of value. The M5 Max will be the extreme powerhouse for professionals who truly push their machines beyond normal limits. Choose based on workload, not hype. Choose based on performance needs, not marketing labels. And most importantly, choose based on long-term value. Because the smartest upgrade is not the most expensive one. It is the one that fits your real needs. If this breakdown helped you understand the difference clearly, make sure you subscribe because once Apple officially launches these chips, we will compare real benchmarks and see how accurate these predictions were. And now I want to know from you. If you had to choose today based on leaks alone, would you go with M5 Pro or M5 Max? Let me know in the comments. This is going to be an interesting year for Mac users. And trust me, the real battle is just getting started. So now the decision comes down to you. After everything we discussed, performance, GPU power, RAM limits, battery expectations, and pricing strategy, which one actually makes sense for your workflow? Are you someone who wants balanced power, better value, and performance that already feels insane for everyday creative work? Or are you the kind of user who pushes limits, works with massive files, heavy rendering, and wants absolute maximum power no matter the cost? Be honest with yourself. If you were buying today based only on these leaks and expectations, which chip would you choose? Would you go with the M5 Pro and save money while still getting powerful performance? Or would you choose the M5 Max for that extra headroom and ultimate professional power? Comment below and tell me clearly. Team M5 Pro or Team M5 Max? And also tell me what kind of work you actually do. Video editing, coding, 3D animation, gaming? Because your workflow matters more than the chip name. Once Apple officially launches these chips, we'll come back and compare real benchmarks to see who made the smarter prediction. So subscribe now if you don't want to miss that. I'm really curious to see what you guys choose. M5 Pro or M5 Max? Let's discuss.